Basically, she was in Joffrey's restaurant in Malibu. It's a real upscale, exclusive restaurant. Before she went in, they had noticed her in the parking lot having strange behavior. They yet allowed her to go in and order a drink and a meal, and where she started acting more oddly and bizarre. Until a 911 dispatch call was released. They knew what the call was about when they went out there, and yet and still they didn't have her go to be evaluated. 9 to 12 witnesses said that Mitrice was acting strange. They thought she was drunk. They thought she was high on something. She passed all the sobriety tests, and instead of having her analyzed for a psych evaluation, which is a 5150 hold or a 72-hour watch to see if she's a danger to herself or others, they released her out that night, after they told her mother that she wasn't going to be released till the following morning. Mr. Lawrence Olmstead is a private investigator with 23 years of experience with a 97% success rate. He's worked with such cases as Mr. Bill Cosby, Innes Cosby's son when he was murdered. The latest case, Amber DuBois. He's worked with the Benet Ramsey case. So this guy's a beast in the business, and my goal is to retain him and find what's going on with my daughter or what the sheriffs failed to not want to release to us.
My name is Lawrence Olmstead with Hollywood Private Investigations and the MissingPersonsCenter.com. Well, I got involved with the Mitrice Richardson case through a blog talk radio talk show by Yuri Brown. I learned a lot about the case, and they asked for advice on what they should do, what direction they should go. And I gave them some good information and pretty much left it up to them to pursue the resources and information I gave them. Then maybe a month later, Michael Richardson called and was trying to figure out some ways of bringing me on the case. And so that's basically where we're at today. Is today's fundraiser is to help raise some funds to be able to pay for the resources that my company can offer, and to get us in the case and start looking at this thing from a fresh set of eyes and a new perspective.
Well, I mean, I was really devastated behind it, because see, as a woman, even a man, you don't let them out that time of night with no money, no car, nothing like that. Though I thought it was just really wrong, and I mean, my heart just go out for her to hope that she okay, because I mean, there's so much stuff is going on today, and I mean, they ain't found or nothing like that. I'll just still staying positive that everything continue to be okay, though.
Right now, what we did is we talked about an hour and a half last Tuesday, and we just said we're gonna do this project from ground zero. So he advised me, and I pulled down everything in my office, and we're starting from scratch. We have some things that we're going to start with that we're not going to actually publicize right now, and we're going to start taking those steps and measures. Right now, I want to be able to say I've exhausted everything I possibly can, every idea, every suggestion, and every thought trying to find this child before I say lawsuit. It'll be a great thing to go back working my 2 jobs. I'm accustomed to it. I like it. But I don't want to sue these people, but they're just not cooperating.
I think it was wrong that we have not had her discovered yet. After 10 months, we're still standing here having fundraisers for the Mitrice Richardson case. We have an investigator who has dogs that are going to start going out in Malibu to deal with finding Mitrice. We want to bring Mitrice Richardson home.
Right now, I'm considering it as a crime because she's disappeared and we don't know what's going on. And right now, it's looking very suspicious on the sheriffs, but the only thing I'm critical of them on is I can't say the sheriffs did anything. I can't say the sheriffs have her or know what's going on. What I can say is 9 witnesses stated to the sheriffs that she was having a mental episode of somewhat. They didn't quite figure it out. The sheriffs are not licensed, they're not skilled, they're not trained. They are supposed to take her to the nearest mental or medical facility.
It was wrong, it should never have happened, and it would not have happened if it had been someone of a different color.
I'm out here, I've been following this case since it happened, since September of last year. Being a victim of police brutality myself, I follow all cases that deal with police misconduct, and this is one of those that attests to the establishment of how police treat our people as a community.
I could talk to 5 people. 3 of them know about Mitrice Richardson and 2 don't, and I don't understand what I'm doing or what not doing for them other 2 to know. A lot of people know about Natalie Holloway, everybody know about Amber DuBois. What are they doing that we're not doing that everybody knows? And just some of the mainstream media shows it every day, 15 to 25 times a day.
It isn't uncommon to have people released at all different hours of the day. What is uncommon about it is she didn't have any property with her when she was released at 12:38 a.m. on September 17th. So I want to find out where her property was at that time. It may have been locked in her vehicle, and that's the reason why she didn't have access to it. It was impounded subsequently when she was arrested. So those are the things that I'm going to be looking at with my team and try to figure out where things went wrong. But our main focus is not to put blame on anybody right now. We're not there. We're here to locate Mitrice, plain and simple. I believe at this time that I will be officially retained. It's a matter of how the fundraiser goes today and what kind of funding is brought in through the fundraising efforts. And we've discounted our rate significantly to come on board here. And we just want to be able to cover our resources and some basic needs that we need in this case. And any contributions that people can give to the Richardson family at this time to help enable us to come on the case is greatly appreciated.